Hey everybody, John here from Anglers Covey, and we're coming to you today with some alternative rigging solutions for your leader systems. All right, so when we say alternative leader systems, there's a lot out there, right? This is something that I've been playing around with for kind of a long time, and it's extremely effective, it's extremely versatile, and something I think you guys all will like. We've gotten a ton of questions about this as well, so why not make a video and answer all the questions at the same time? So when we're talking about leaders, typically with a tapered leader, especially nymphing or anything subsurface, one of the issues that we can get there is with the leader being tapered, the end towards your fly line is thicker. So everything sinks at kind of an arc like this. And now that could be problematic with getting your flies down really quick, weird kind of plunge rush or something like that. Whereas if we can maintain just a single diameter, a small single diameter, we can get down much quicker. So this rig kind of accomplishes all that. Where we're going to start here with this rig is I love this material like Amnesia or even Maxima Chameleon. I tend to lean towards Amnesia a little bit more because I like the rebound qualities. Amnesia tells me it doesn't have any memory, so this can get crinkled, do all that kind of stuff, but it can straighten out very easily. And what I really like about this material is, you might be able to see this on the camera there, is it's got some rebound to it. So what this actually acts like is a shock absorber, especially in my hook sets. If I get a real crisp hook set, that Amnesia is going to help eat up some of that impact and take it away from my knots and my flies. And for my river systems, I like to use this in rivers, still water, and streamers. I'm going to play with probably 12 to 20 pound Amnesia, just depending on what I'm doing there. My gaps here are, so the first piece of material, I put a nail knot right to my fly line. So you can cut the loop off, or you could even do a perfection loop on your Amnesia and just do a loop-to-loop connection if you want to save your loop, whatever works for you. But I'm going to work within maybe about a 14, 16 inch piece of Amnesia here. And that gives me a lot of that rebound quality. The next part of my system here is I'm going to use just a simple monofilament, a regular nylon. And what I'm concerned with here isn't the pound test, but actually the diameter of the material. So I want to match this pretty closely to the diameter of my Amnesia. So here is like, I think this is 15 pounds. So I want to be pretty close to that diameter on my mono here, or my nylon. And then with my nylon here, I want to have, anywhere from 18 inches to 2+ feet. It's not really going to matter how much you put here, but this can turn into your adjustability when you're using an indicator nymph system. So the more you have here of your mono, the more adjustability you're going to have. On the very end of my system here, I'm going to have just a simple micro swivel. I love micro swivels. These things are just worth their weight in gold. And what the micro swivel does on any nymph system is, when I throw a mend or do any line management up here, like my indicator and up, my flies are going to stay true in the water column. So if I have a tapered leader and everything is tied together and I throw a big mend, my flies are also going to roll. So I can almost be shooting myself in the foot before I even start. That micro swivel takes all that away. Now I can mess with my line above the water and nothing's going to happen underneath. So again, this would be a system I would use for an indicator. Below all this, I'm just going to simply go to my chosen size of fluorocarbon. And this is going to be pertinent to whatever water you're fishing. I use a lot of 5X or 6 pound test fluorocarbon. And below that, you can kind of do what you want. You can make a tag system, so tie all your nymphs off of tags and have bottom weight like a drop shot, or you can even do kind of a Euro system with this. Just ultimate versatility. Now, the benefit with that is, say I am fishing tags and I want to go to inline nymphs, I simply just have to cut my fluorocarbon off at the micro swivel and now start over with just more fluorocarbon. So it speeds up the changing out process rather quickly. One of the things I like to do too is straight line nymph. And straight line nymphing is simply just nymphing without a strike indicator. And that's why I like this system as well. My Amnesia or my chameleon here can turn into my cider. My mono is also pretty thick here. I can usually see that. And now I can do, you know, my lazy J straight line nymphing system, and I can see the jumps in the line when I'm getting those strikes. To take it one step further, you could use regular like cider mono. So this is the same size as the regular mono. So you could put this in place. You can still throw an indicator on indicator mono for sure. But I could put cider material here too. So I could go into more of that straight line Euro concept there. So again, this is really, really versatile for nymphing. I use this nymphing in rivers, still water, everything. Now with still water, I would just want to beef the size up of everything just a little bit because we can. And this is actually also the system that I use for streamers. So the only difference with streamers is I'm going to stay pretty beefy, probably close to that 20-pound test range on my Amnesia. And I'm going to shorten this a little bit. So I might have just a foot section of Amnesia and then about an 18-inch to 20-inch section of mono here that matches the diameter of my Amnesia. But then I'm going right back to a micro swivel. And then from there, I'm tying on my straight fluorocarbon to my fly. And again, with streamers, this works kind of the same way. It works incredibly well dead drifting. So if I throw this out in a drift and I need to mend line or anything, my streamer is going to stay true in the current. It's not going to flip over or roll over like a tapered leader would. So the versatility of this system is just absolutely endless. And I like because I can just change up a different method or a different concept very, very quickly. I'm not having to grab a different rod or take a lot of time to do that. So yeah, it's a fun system. I urge you to try it. It will be ultra effective. Most everybody in the shop is familiar with this system. We've been getting a lot of questions about this over the entire winter. So definitely come in, ask us questions. You're always welcome to talk to me as well. I'd love to show this to you, and we'd love to hear your success out on the water with this alternative leader system. But as always, thank you, and we'll see you next time.